How's everybody doing? Reading the Bible, and I come across there's 7 divine calls from God to the Christian. The first one is the call to salvation. You'll find that in Romans chapter 8, verses 28 and 30. You also see in 2 Peter 3, verses 8 and 9. And I'll read that one. It says, "But do not forget one thing, dear friends. With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years like a day. The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance." So he's calling you to salvation. Okay. You have the call of sanctification. Sanctification is to be, as I understand it, because everybody, oh, you're a saint. No, to sanctification, to become a saint, is to be separated for the work of the Lord. You'll find that in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 3 through 8, and chapter 5, verses 23 through 24. The call to service. John 5:16, 1 Corinthians 1, 26 through 31, Ephesians 2:10. The call to separation. Okay, once you come to the saving knowledge of Jesus and you want to grow in the things of God, then that means that you're going to have to separate yourself from the things and the people that you used to associate with, that you did your bad deeds with. So that's in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 14 through 18. Now, one thing, once you've matured enough that you're confident in the way you can express yourself, your I guess would be your faith, express your faith in such a way that you're confident in who you are, then you can go back to your old buddies and testify to the fact that Jesus changed you. But you're supposed to be separated first while the Lord works on you. Okay, the call to sonship, right? I've heard people talk about I'm just a sinner saved by grace. Well, you're supposed to walk in the fact that you've been adopted. So that's what the call of sonship's about. That's in 1 John 3 through 1. And as walking in sonship, that means that you have the rights of the son or a daughter, if you're female. That it's like going into, if you go to your parents' house, right? You've been away for a while, right? But you go in like you've always been there. Go in, open the refrigerator door, grab whatever's in there to eat. It says because that is your, that's your mom and dad, right? So you have to walk in that, just like you would do with your parents, you do with with Father God. The call to subjection. The call to subjection means to submit yourselves to the authorities. In Romans 13, 1 through 7, it explains that, right? You're speeding down the highway and police stops you. Do you know why I'm stopping you? Be truthful. Yeah, I was speeding. right? A lot of people, I don't know, officer. Uh-uh. The Bible explains that those that dedicate themselves um, to to that government, the governance, they're agents of God. So they might not know it, right? But they're acting in the capacity of that. So remember, you get stopped, fess up to it. You have the call to suffering. John chapter 16, verses 33, Acts 14, 21 through 22, Philippians chapter 1, verses 27 through 30, and chapter 3, verse 10 through 11, in Philippians, and 1 Thessalonians 3, 1 through 3, and 1 Peter 2, 19 to 25. So, if you're dedicated, you're sold out to the Lord, you're going to suffer. And he told Peter, I have, Satan has asked for you to sift you as wheat, right? If you understand how they get the grain of wheat out of its shell, right? They beat it out and they throw up in the air. The seed falls down and the chaff blows away. So, you're going to take a beating. This is now, since I'm a retired corrections officer, I used to, I could read body language as to to understand what's going on in the people that I was had charge of. So I imagine that the Bible doesn't say that Peter said anything about, when he said it was going to be sifted as wheat. But I can imagine that his body language says, "You said no, right?" Well, Jesus says, "I prayed for you." So remember that we are called to suffer. So meditate on all those scriptures and be blessed, everyone.